Hey guys, how's it going? We're back. I finally got everything caught up, I guess you could say. All the orders are filled, all the paid orders are filled. Of course, we got those guys. I want to buy this. Well, okay, I'll direct them to the website where they can buy and they can purchase them from there. It just eliminates the promise to buy and never pay kind of thing. So, one thing I was challenged with the last couple of days I've been working on. One of the companies I'm joining forces with is a company called Holy Smokes. They're not really ready to launch my product on their website yet. They do have product in hand. They just need to sell them. Well, one of the things I was challenged with was to make a smoke stick for RC turbine engines. This is a different animal than what I make already. It involves stainless steel, but he wanted to put my atomizer on the end of this smoke stick. The current ones on the market that are available, the ends just don't stay on them. It's in the brazing technique. There was a lot of research into that, and essentially what I have to do, I have to TIG weld these things together. It was interesting. Number one, I had to come up with the end piece to accommodate a turbine engine because it's not like it would be in a gasoline or petroleum. Gasoline piston engine, I should say. There are certain distances that the outlet has to be from the end of the turbine and all that good stuff to not turn it into a flame thrower. Gets too close, it can be a bad deal. So there was a lot of experimenting, kind of some testing that went on. I had to, and right now I come up with a prototype that I feel will work. It looks like a mule's ass sewed up with lightning, I'll be honest with you. But it's to prove a concept, or it's a proof of concept, if you will. I sent it to the guy that's dealing with the turbines. He's going to put it on a jet and give it a shot and make sure it holds together in an actual situation. I don't have an RC turbine. I don't have a turbine engine to even test with. I could simulate instances that were close to that, but not in the temperatures that those things run. So he's going to do the final test. If proof of concept passes, I'll be adding a Smokinoki smoke stick to the product line. I'm looking at a price point of around $50 to $55 once I perfect everything and I get a production time. I will have a definite price on those. But we're done. We're caught up. Got all that crap out of the way. I took this evening after work. I cleaned the shop. We actually got the 4-star back on the workbench over there. I'm going to tidy up a few things on that, and hopefully I'll start shooting again tomorrow evening. We're going to pick up where we left off, get all the control surfaces hinged, and our next point we are going to mount servos. I'm going to show you how to put them in, what directions they need to go, and why. We're going to have to center up servos right off the get-go, get them centered up. Again, radio setup is personal preference. That's why I've never done a video on it, because there are 1,001 different ways to set up a radio system in an airplane. Everybody has their own way, and to them it's the best way to do it. Great, that's fine, perfect, do it. For those that are just looking to learn, I'm going to keep it as simple and as basic as possible. Nothing better than a 4-star 40 airplane to demonstrate that in. And we're going to do it the old school way, cranking clevises and setting Z-bends. And a lot of people are scared of Z-bends because once you crimp it in there, it's a done deal. That's why your clevis is adjustable. And one thing I'll tell you, what makes things handy, you don't have to have these, but it sure makes life a lot easier, and I'll be using these in the video. It's a set of Z-bend pliers. And let's see, I got a piece of control rod here. I'll show you. We'll just say this is a piece I just kept hang on to. I don't throw nothing away. But we have our wire. And you can set it in there once you have everything marked to where everything needs to be, and I'll show you how to do that. You just set your wire in there. You crimp it. It takes a fair amount of pressure. And you have a Z-bend. Just like that. It's that simple. You don't necessarily have to have Z-bend pliers. You can use a pair of needle nose pliers or just a pair of pliers, small pliers, and you can set a Z-bend that way. I'll show you that method as well. You don't always have to have all the fancy tools and stuff. Even though I've got a computer radio that's got more bells and whistles than I'll ever use, I can really sloppily set the controls up on this airplane and program everything out where it'll fly like it should. We're not going to do that. We're going to set up the airplane like hang on, bear with me. We're going to go old school, and we're going to set up the airplane like we're flying something like this, okay? This is an old control air galloping ghost. I found that. I had to get it because it's just awesome. So that's kind of the direction we're going to go, and then I'll show you in the radio what we do in the radio. Once we get everything set the way we like it, we'll bind a receiver. This is, now I fly Futaba gear, so this is the direction we're going to go. You got a problem with that, go back a lot of videos ago, and you can see why I'm flying Futaba and why I'm sticking to it. So I don't want to hear no bullshit over Spectrum, Futaba, JR. Again, bottom line, they're all good radios. Everybody has a lemon. That's fine. Moving on. This is the receiver that we're going to use in the 4-star. It's a basic 7-channel fast receiver, and they work well. They're inexpensive. They're around $50 each, and they just seem to do their job well. Just a couple things you got to remember when you're setting them up as far as antenna position and things you can't cover up in your antenna. We'll cover all that when the time is right, but we'll pick up servo installation, be kind of another short video, and then we'll look at control rods and control horn positions. That's really important. That was one thing I was teaching Ryan on his latest build, which is called, he is dubbed the Wire. He's stepping out of his comfort zone. Yeah, I guess you got to be smarter than the camera, but that's it. That's his wire. And he's learning a lot through that. At first, I'll let him mess up. I'll let him make his own mistakes because that's how you learn. And then when I say, okay, you ready to listen to me? Yeah, Dad. And he's like, wow, that's amazing. Well, okay, that's what I tried to tell you to begin with, but now we know, okay? Kind of going to do the same thing, but I'm going to show you guys whether you choose to listen to it or not. That's totally up to you. Again, got pretty busy with Smokinoki, and all of you that have supported Smokinoki over the last couple weeks, that is just super awesome. I appreciate it. Right now, of course, I got to give it a plug. Right now, if you wish to buy Smokinoki fluid injectors for your mufflers, you can go to fibertechandmore.com, and you'll see them right there on their page. I don't have any finished in stock, but that's what they look like. Click on the picture, and you can either buy one at a time, or if you're running a twin, he's got it set up to where you can buy two, or a set that you can run on your airplane. And also go on over to the Smokinoki Facebook page. And our team pilot, Jared Clark, who flies for Flex Innovations, got his Mamba 120 out on Saturday, stretched his legs, and of course he was fogging it up. And he was running a Holy Smokes Gen 2 smoke pump with Smokinoki fluid injectors. And if you ask me, it makes a really nice pair. They work well together. That's kind of the way to go. Anyhow, that's all I got for today. I'm going to go in, eat some food, take some medicine. One thing, medically, there's been some questions asked. People that are on my personal page have asked if I'm okay. Mentally, I'm doing just absolutely freaking awesome. However, physical ailments are kind of surfacing due to venous insufficiency or venous reflux. It's a hereditary condition. Me being a machinist for the last 25 years, a certified ISO machinist, and walking and standing on concrete floors for the last 25 years of my life, and plus doing everything else I do, has not really been good for this condition. Several years ago, I had a hole come up in my leg. I lost the use of my legs there for a little while. That was remedied. Went and had some surgeries done. That fixed everything. The hole healed up. Basically, all the fluid was pooling in my legs. Your body fluid, your lymphatic fluid, was pooling in my legs and needed a place to go. It wasn't coming back up. So it made a hole in the side of my leg, and that's where it came out. Over last couple weeks, this hole has made another appearance. Now, it's not due to a botched surgery or anything like that. It's me being a knothead and not doing like I'm supposed to. I wasn't exactly wearing my compression sock. It's a pain in the ass, okay? I've always done real good about wearing it, but I got so darn busy, I wouldn't take the time to fart with it. I don't want to say I forgot. I didn't forget. I was like, man, I'm going with work. And we did fine there for a little while. And this hole made another appearance, and it got infected. I wouldn't say it got infected. They ran a culture on it, and they found 2 forms of bacteria growing in it. And that's why it stung so bad, because this bacteria, it secretes acid. And that's what was actually making the wound bigger than what it should have been. So right now I'm going to wound therapy twice a week. They scrape it out. It's very painful because they don't put you under. They don't numb it. They get this thing that looks like the end of your hobby knife, and they scrape it out. They clean it up, and then they treat it with different kinds of medicines, and we bandage it up for a few days, and then I go back again and repeat the process until this thing heals up. I'm also on medication to treat the bacteria in there, and it's starting to work. The stinging is going away. I just have to be careful in what I do. Again, it's my own knothead fault. Lesson learned. I don't want to be in the same boat I was a couple years ago. I was out of action for 6 weeks. Parked on the couch with my leg up in the air. That was bad. I didn't realize how close to death I was until after the fact, because what had happened, I turned septic, and the fever that kicked my ass for 2 days was my body fighting all this, and I had such a high fever that it almost killed me. Didn't know it till afterwards, because I was pretty fucking loopy, not from medicine, but just from my brain essentially being fried. That's partially another part of the reason I'm dealing with all the shit I'm dealing with today. But anyhow, another story, another time. Thanks for listening. I just thought I'd give you a heads up on where we're at. We'll be coming back soon. I got all the camera equipment charging up. So hopefully tomorrow we'll start shooting. And within a day or two, I'll have another video air. Thanks for watching, guys.